Hey there. Have you thought about the question of whether social media and internet content can potentially be ruining the law of attraction for you? Now, if you're a big believer in the law of attraction, then great. We're going to go over some ideas that can help you make it work better for you. But if you don't believe in the law of attraction, hold on for a second and just pretend for a moment because this could be very helpful. This can help you accelerate towards the things that you want in your life and help invite them into your life with less work, less effort. And that is simply by pretending that the law of attraction works. And we're going to summarize it real quickly here. We're going to simplify it. Just imagine that what you want, that what you really, really want in life, that which you desire, that which you think about most of the time, that which you believe you can have, is already here. Just pretend like that is a possibility. And those who already know of the law of attraction, those who understand it, and those who already put it to work without even knowing about it, they know of its truths. So just pretend like that is true. With that said, when it comes to social media, when it comes to the internet and all the things that we can possibly want, let's think about how it is already in our lives. When we look at social media, when we look at the internet, my idea here is that the internet and the social media has made us start to devalue the things that are quickly coming into our lives. Imagine that social media is this thing that makes life 100 times faster. That everything that we could have possibly wanted, if we wanted it 100 years ago, that it would have taken much longer, that we would have had to work much harder in order for us to make it happen. But today, we're starting to take for granted the work of the law of attraction. We're starting to miss out on some of the things that we're inviting into our lives because we're bombarded by so many things. Not just the things we want, but the things that we also don't want that we might be attracting simply because we're thinking about them. That we're, looking at news about it or whatever, or we're putting ourselves into the position of inviting those conversations or those comments or those discussions into our lives. So with that said, where does this go? How can this help us? Well, first off, the whole idea here is that the law of attraction is always working. Those things that we want, those ideas that we want to pursue, those relationships, those connections, the money, the ideas, the knowledge, the information, the actions, the content, all of those things that we want are on the internet already. They are already there. Now, like 100 years ago, in order to get these ideas, we had to go out. Maybe we had to travel to a different town. Maybe we had to convince somebody to give us the information. Libraries have not been around since for eternity, or at least as they have not been around to the public. So to get this information, we really had to step out of our comfort zones, go out there, go on the streets, knock on doors, meet people, network, influence, learn how to communicate, and all of those things. Communicate our desires, make these plans, bring people together and physically talk on the phone, do all of those things to invite those things into our lives, to bring them into our lives, to bring those ideas. Or maybe we didn't even have to go out, but we really had to sit around and think about new ways that things could be coming together. For example, if you were trying to create a light bulb, as Thomas Edison did, and you thought about it and you really wanted to create an electric light bulb, what you had to do to invite that in your life was to start thinking about how electricity could possibly work. You had to start thinking about how metal could work together to create those filaments. You had to start inviting those ideas into your life. And even if you were just staying at home, you had to find ways to physically go out and get some more of those ideas, invite them into your life. I mean, you might have had some sort of epiphany at home that came to you, but it probably would have been much easier if you did as Thomas Edison did and, did your research, start looking and experimenting with all sorts of the ideas that people were already working on, and then came to a final conclusion on your 10,000th invention. So with that said, what is the internet doing? The internet is placing all of the research that we could possibly need. If you're an inventor, if you're a designer, if you're an artist, if you're a creator, if you're a business person, the internet has literally just bombarded with every single possibility of the law of attraction that we could possibly want. Every time we search, we are using the law of attraction. Every time we like a post, social media is literally creating an algorithm. You've witnessed it, is literally creating an algorithm to give us what we want. Every time that we spend more than 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 5 minutes watching a video, we're telling social media, this is what we want, this is what we like, this is what we want to attract into our life, so give it to me more. Every time we do that, we are telling the universe, we're telling social media specifically exactly to give that to us. And it is this quick, fast reward system that is ultimately not ruining the attraction for us. In fact, that might be the wrong term. It is making the law of attraction work faster for us, but because it's coming at us so fast, because it's coming at us from so many directions, that we are not truly valuing the efforts of the law of attraction. We are not valuing our own efforts to invite those things because they're coming so easily. Somebody else has already done the work behind the scenes to make them come to us, because that is what keeps us there. And this is where the big gap here of making the law of attraction work for us is, because we have so many things, we can get this fear of missing out, as some might call it, or the golden object syndrome. We might be attracted to one idea and then the next and then the next idea. So we're attracting all of these amazing ideas, these amazing people. When we think about relationships, when we think about money, when we think about career, when we think about business, when we think about spirituality, when we think about all of these things, when we think about entertainment, when we're bored and we want to attract entertainment, all we have to do is go on YouTube. We didn't have to come up with ideas, or we don't have to come up with ideas and games that we could have played back in the day, but they're in front of us right now. Everything is available to us right now. Deals to get your next car, ideas to get your next salary raise, ideas to find that perfect soulmate, how to become a better, more fit and healthy person. All of those things are being bombarded at you, at least the things that you want, right? Like maybe you're more focused on fitness, maybe another person is more focused on a career advancement, maybe another person is focused on entrepreneurship. Those ideas are being thrown at you all the time on social media. You are living on social media in an abundance of opportunity of people. They are always going to be there. So what happens is, because we see so much of it, we're starting to devalue what we're actually seeing, because we are not necessarily putting out the effort to go and have. And here's another example. So let's use it in a real situation. Let's say that you've been desiring, or you've been wanting to go out on a cruise or go out on a vacation, and you start, instead of thinking about all the money that you don't have, or thinking about how all the time that you don't have, or how you don't feel ready about it, we start to go online. If you're applying the law of attraction, you can go online, start to invite those things in your life. Back in the day, you would have to call a travel agent. You would have to go to a travel agent, look it up in a phone book, figure out which travel agent was the best, look it through the prices, make a plan, talk to your manager in person or on the phone, and you have to figure out all those things. But now all you need to do is go online and find best deals, best travel deals, how to swim with dolphins, best luxury hotels for under $400, $300, best hotels for under $300 or $200 in Miami, San Francisco, Manhattan, wherever, in Hawaii, in Bali, in Indonesia, Thailand, Japan, Tokyo. All you have to do is look those deals up, and it's right there. In fact, if you want to be a traveler, you're probably already on social media getting ads for the best deal to go travel. Or if you are a car person, you're probably already starting to be bombarded by ads for the best deals on your Lamborghini, the best deals on your real estate if you want to get into real estate. Or maybe if you want to be in business, you're being invited to seminars on business. You're being invited to training programs. Maybe you're even being invited to speak and be a podcaster and be invited to conversations with other successful business people so that you can either promote your business or promote your ideas. But because it's all coming to us, because it's all on social media, it is already available at our fingertips. Literally, you can go find all of the information you could possibly want on your fingertips. You find any single book that exists almost on the internet, any valuable book that you could possibly need for any goal or any situation that you want to attract in your life, it's already there. Then at some level, we start to view it as just another commodity, something that's not as valuable. And we start to think, oh, well, what if this idea doesn't work? Or we start to think, what if there's a better idea? What if I try something else? What if this isn't the right thing? We don't really know because we haven't put as much effort into developing the thoughts that are attracting the perfect law of attraction for us, the perfect thing that we want in the law of attraction. So that is where the internet and social media and this massive abundance of information, knowledge, and people connecting to people. You can connect with just about any celebrity, any business person, any influencer through social media. They might not always answer you, but there's probably someone out there that if you have the right idea, if you have the right intention, if you have the right motive, and you want to reach out to them, then you can find a way. That it really is that simple, that amazing of an opportunity on the internet with so many things. And with the law of attraction at work so quickly, there's some level of us that maybe just isn't prepared for it. Our ancestors would not have been prepared. They would have been blown away if they could know how quickly we can transfer money. We could transfer ideas. We could share a business idea. Just think about what our ancestors had to do in order to pitch a deal to a wealthy person. If they were some sort of armorer or they were some sort of ideator who created an invention or something, what they had to do to get an audience in front of a wealthy person that could invest in it or that could even afford it. If you had the idea for the chariot, like a shielded chariot, then you had to go out into the kingdom. You had to risk getting your head cut off if the emperor didn't like your idea, and you had to go pitch the idea to them. And if it didn't work out, you might have had some crazy thing happen to you where the emperor wanted to keep you locked up in a dungeon so you couldn't share the idea with anyone else, right? So those are some out but not completely fictional ideas, but they could have happened, but they're also maybe a little bit outrageous to us today. But think about what they had to do and go through just to get an audience for their idea. But today, you can post your idea online on social media. You can run an ad for 5 cents per view, 2 to 5 cents per view, without ever leaving your living room to get attention on your business, to get people to sign up who are potentially interested, to do hyper targeting and find thousands and thousands and thousands of people who could be interested in your product or your offer without ever leaving your room, without ever even making the product for your business. That is absolutely phenomenal. People have so many matchmaking apps for relationships. You've got LinkedIn, where if you have the right idea, if you use the right methods, if you have if you want to attract those business people because you're a business-minded person and those are the thoughts that constantly make up your mind because you believe you become what you think about most of the time. If you start to think those thoughts, then you have access to those business people that you need because they are on LinkedIn, they are on social media. But you also have to be open to that. And perhaps some people just aren't ready, but just because we feel that they're there, we feel that there should be some sort of response that they should be coming to us, but maybe we're just not all ready to receive all the things, or maybe we're starting to devalue all of those things because it's all here so fast, so quickly, right in front of us at our fingertips. And the amount of effort that it used to take is what's ingrained in us, how we feel we have to work towards those things. But the reality is that it's all here, it's at our fingertips. We've got the resources that we need for all of this stuff, and it can't just be coming to us too fast. It's abundant right in front of us. And some people know how to deal with that, which is why you see so many influencers, so many business people becoming very wealthy, very successful online, people that are building massive brands, making a ton of money online. And then you compare that to the person who has not made the most effective use of it, who has maybe been attracting other things. It doesn't mean that the law of attraction is not working. It just means that they've been focusing their time attracting other things. They have not been open to some of the opportunities that are available today. So with that said, how has the law of attraction been working for you? Do you see how social media can potentially be affecting your pursuit of the law of attraction? And how can you open yourself up more to this massive abundance of opportunity of things that you want to attract into your life? Those are the questions that are gonna help you as we end this video. So I just want to thank you for watching this, and I wish you prosperity and have a wonderful day.